Greetings from Zanesville, Ohio. It's November the 11th, 2025. It's about 11:15 at night, and I'm gonna walk through the 11:11 portal. At 11:11. So I was just getting my space ready. I have been making these videos for about 3 years. I had this awakening the third week of June in 2022, and I had been on this path toward rediscovery ever since. I have studied every single day that since the day I had this awakening, some type of teaching, or I went down a lot of rabbit holes and learned a lot of shit that somebody had to find out, right? Anyway, like I said, I had this awakening the third week of June 2022, and then on November the 7th of the same year, Ishtar whispered her name in my ear real loud. She was like, Ishtar. And it made me wake up. It made me come out of my drug-induced coma I was sitting there in. And it made me look into who she was, and I had a lot of similarities with her. I tell my daughter, Erica, all the time that she's a Rishka gal. She probably is. And having found out about higher self and a lower self and chakras and Gnosis and Barbello and Lilith and all the beautiful women that they demonized and all that shit, it made me feel pretty badass. But moreover, it made me wonder who was around me. If I represent this bitch, then I must be surrounded by some badass motherfuckers, So, my ex-husband, you need to stop your shit, by the way, okay? Let me just throw that in here real quick. You need to quit your shit, okay? Abaddon, not putting up with that shit. No, not today. Not today. Not ever again. Quit that shit, boy. Anyway, Abaddon, I had the pleasure of being married to him twice in this lifetime. Yada Bayoth. If you think about any historical figure or biblical person, they're all represented here at this time. Like, Enoch is here, Moses is here, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they're here. Paul's here, Saul's here, the Magdalena is here, Sophia's here, Enoch is here, When these people be talking about who they really are, you should pay attention to them, because, one of the things I learned in this awakening was that it mattered when you chose kindness over anger, you chose forgiveness over hatred, you chose compassion over... I must have known that coming in, because to show somebody grace when you really want to fucking knock their dick into the dirt is a grace that people could greatly afford to give their neighbors and friends and brothers and sisters at this time. So I just cannot even begin to tell you how many teachings I have ran through trying to figure it out, and, doom scrolling. my discernment was real, you know, it's really good. It's really, it picks up on things really quick now, and I think it's because of that. But I spend a lot of time in silence. I spend a lot of time in meditation. When people say they meditate, I'm like, what do you mean you meditate? What the heck do you mean you meditate? Usually when I meditate, I will be sending energy to different parts of the planet, or areas that I think that just need upliftment. I send love and healing frequencies to myself and see where I can feel it in my body. I have learned about gnosis. I have had a great remembrance into some of my past lives, and I do DNA activations. I practice Reiki, and I do all these different things, and but mostly people just think I'm a fucking flake, so I'd almost rather that at this point, I stopped making these videos because I don't know how far they're reaching, or if anybody's being affected by them. I would like to think that maybe somebody might know what the fuck I'm talking about. I sure have spent a lot of energy trying to figure some of this shit out for the masses, all the while maintaining my health and a pretty steady drug addiction for the most part. I had gotten sober in April for a while and stayed sober until very recently, and had a relapse, and I haven't really told anybody except one person, and everybody that's around me, they know, but had this relapse a few weeks ago, and just kind of like trying to deal with that. But the 1111 portal is open at this time, and I'm going to do like a special meditation at my house in the next couple of minutes, so I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to say hey to everybody. The awakening is here, the mass awakening. I don't know if all those people got executed at Guantanamo Bay or not. I'd like to think that they fucking did. I'd like to think they did. But I'll be damned if I'm going to listen to the United States government tell me that they put all this shit in place so we would wake up. No, you could have woke us up some other motherfucking way. You could have came at us a whole hell of a lot different than pushing this pandemic and these shots and shit on us to tell me that was going to help us awaken. Fuck you. Fuck you. What's going to help us awaken is showing brotherly love and kindness and learning about the Jesus true teaching. It's not the fucking religious. Don't even get me started. Fuck church. Fuck religion. Hail Jesus. How about that?